The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, man. Hope everybody's having a great day. I am going to get at you guys this morning. Be honest with you guys. Work is killing me right now, so we'll stay on here for about an hour, and then I got to get after it. I got to get locked in here. Noble Styles, good morning. Good morning. Seiko Hunt, good morning. Dr. Rob, good morning. Good morning. Styles, Dr. Rob. We're going to get after it this morning, guys. Got some news to bring to you guys, some pre-market stuff to talk about, some news. I hope you guys enjoyed the space last night. If you guys were there, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Great space last night. We had great conversation, open, honest space. A lot of stuff was talked about. Seiko, good morning. Good morning. A lot of stuff was talked about. You know, we had that open and honest conversation with everybody. Man, we touched on a lot of subjects last night. We touched on airdrops for marketing. We touched on a lot of MMAI. We touched on a lot of market news. We touched on a lot of stuff last night. We touched on some CZ stuff. We touched on some Sam Bankman-Fried stuff, just a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys were locked in and tuned in yesterday to that space because it was good. It was good space. But we got the pre-markets here, guys. We got the pre-markets here. They look good. They look like they're in green. They look like they're rolling. Ken, how are you, brother? Good morning, good afternoon to you, Ken. How are you? Pre-markets look like they're in green. It's funny because when I woke up this morning, they were actually in red. So they flipped. They flipped as the morning went on. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing right there that they're flipping. They're turning. I was locked into this article here about Credit Suisse this morning. I don't know how to put this, but an undercover investigation done by CNBC right here. And they have some whistleblowers, and they've been working on this story for a while. It makes me wonder, since they've been working on this story, whether or not this story was leaked out to the government, and this is why Credit Suisse was taken down. That they've uncovered that the bank itself was covering up Americans' deposits in the bank to help them evade taxes. So, and they were doing this by having the people have dual passports, which is interesting because they have some whistleblowers here that work for the bank that are credible. They're protecting their identity, but these guys go into depth about how they actually helped people with wealth in America, a lot of wealth, take their money, put it in this bank, and cover up their money so that they didn't have to pay taxes on it. and CNBC is kind of blowing the doors off of this story. And they've been working on this for a while. So it makes you wonder whether or not people were worried about this story coming out. And this is one of the reasons why they took down the bank. That it makes me wonder. Yeah, Rod, the market is looking nice. Good, Daniel. Good, man. Glad to hear it, Cam, man. Glad to hear you're up and at it, man. We're gonna get into it. Give me my my stats, Daniel. We are at I was just looking this morning. We're sitting at 760 subs, so that's up from yesterday. And we have 1,000. When I looked this morning early, it was 1,698 watch hours, which is up about 90 watch hours from yesterday. But when I go to my other stats, the live on demand stats, they're higher. So I'm waiting for YouTube to go ahead and catch up on that. So we should be in that 1,700 ballpark once they catch up. It's always an inside job. I think so too, Rob. I think that somebody knew about this story coming out by CNBC, and they needed to get ahead of this thing. And in order to get ahead of this thing, they needed to take down Credit Suisse. They needed to take this down because they knew that this thing was coming. That was a great roundtable. Different, XXI, man. It was a great roundtable last night. I thought it was good, man. I thought we you know, and you guys know me. That's the type of stuff I like, is that open conversation about anything and everything crypto. Let's have them discussions. Let's talk about it. You know, everybody doesn't have to see everything the same way, but let's talk about it. Let's put it out there. You know, let's have them conversations, man. So I thought it was a great space too, man. We definitely, that's definitely what we're aiming for, is them general crypto spaces where we can talk about that. So what's good, Doc? Yeah. So XXI, I agree, man. You know me, XXI. We talked about this before. You know, that I like them general spaces, man. I just want to talk crypto. You know, we can get into projects and we can talk about projects and all that, but you know, I like to talk about crypto, what's going on. Love you guys. Love you guys in spaces. Thank you, XXI, man. I tried to bring you up last night, but I figured that you were in a place where you couldn't talk. So I'm interested to hear what you got going on with the MMAI game. So I'm interested to see what you got going on. The fear and greed index, it's in that greed. No surprise there, guys. We've been in greed for a while. No surprise. Market's looking good. There's no reason for us to come out of greed, but you know that that's a lagging indicator. We don't really make decisions off of that. That thing's about 24 to 48 hours behind the market, depending on when they update it. But it's a good indicator of looking back and seeing if over the week the market's going up or down. So, but it's been in greed for a while. It'll stay there. I'll be looking forward to the Tuesday. Thursday. Yeah. Man, I love Tuesdays and Thursdays. You guys know I'm a big Twitter space person. I love Twitter spaces. Gives us a chance to talk to each other. So I love Twitter spaces. Where can I buy XRP? That go to Pancake Swap, Ken. Go to Pancake Swap and buy your XRP. It's that's where all my XRP is, on Pancake Swap. And the reason that I have it there is, one, I live in the United States, and having it anywhere other than DeFi scares the hell out of me. And two, because it's cheaper to trade over there on the BNB side uh, than it is on the Ethereum side. So go to Pancake Swap. It's right there. They got a nice liquidity pool. Um, they it always seems to work for me. And everybody that I know has their XRP on Pancake Swap. So Pancake Swap is the spot, man. And it's safe. I haven't had any issues at all. I get my XRP on Uphold, Uphold transfer to my wallet. Yeah, a lot of people use Uphold too. I just living in the United States and with XRP in a situation that it is right now, I just kind of want mine on the DeFi side. So and plus I live in New York, so Uphold doesn't like New York. So I gotta get mine on the DeFi side. So this market, guys, we're sitting at about $1,188 billion, guys. So more money is kind of coming into the market a little bit. It's not flowing in at a rate that's crazy, but it's starting to trickle in a little bit. But look at Bitcoin, guys, sitting at 28,200, starting to move up on the day. On the 24-hour, it's up 5%. So overnight, the overseas markets loved Bitcoin last night. We got to wait and see what the United States markets do as they wake up and start to trade. But big gains last night, 5%. 5% is a big push up overnight. Ethereum broke that 1,700 mark. We're up to 1,800. Another 4% gain on Ethereum overnight. So woke up to a nice Ethereum chart today. So Ethereum's kind of climbing that ladder too on the overnight. BNB, with what's going on with CZ, BNB is really hanging in there. It's really doing well. It's up 2% on a 24-hour, which is good because with BNB and CZ getting investigated by the Commodities and Exchange Commission, you would have thought that this would have dumped. It was sitting about 320, 28 somewhere in there, so it lost about 10 to $13 when the news comes out, which is nothing, right? That's really not a lot based on the fraud charges and things like that. So BNB has really been hanging in there amongst all the FUD that's been going on around it. So I'm actually surprised. I thought it would drop below that $300 range when these stories started to come out, but it's really hanging. It's really hanging in there. Crypto Priest, good morning. Good morning. How are you? What's good, Daniel? XXI, what's good? What's good, Crypto Priest? What's good? Let's see here. Nobody thinks Binance would fall. So BNB holds strong. Yeah, I don't think anybody thinks that Binance is going down, but usually when there's FUD in the crypto market, you get a dip and then a rebound. It never really dipped too far. It never really strayed too far from this 315, 320, I don't know, 28, 30 down to 315. It never really strayed too far from that. I expected a dip below 300 and then a bounce back, but I'm actually good with BNB hanging where it is hanging right now. So I'm good. Crypto Priest, man, I'm doing great, man. BNB will moon. BNB will moon. I have BNB making more percent of a gain in a bull run than ETH and Bitcoin. I have money in BNB. It's one of my largest bags. There's not a doubt about that, and it's not even. It's one of my larger bags. I just put it to you like that. Um, I'm waiting on that B&B dump. You guys know me. We talk about it all the time. Every time B&B goes below 300, I'm buying. I don't even think twice about it, and I'm not selling. Don't think it will dump. It may not. XRP on the run. Yeah, we're gonna get into XRP. XRP is 57 cents, guys. For a long time, we talked about this 50-cent mark as being the one where it kept getting smacked down. As soon as it got to 50 cents, it got smacked back down to the 40-cent range and below, sometimes around that 33, 35-cent range. So 50 cents was always the mark that it could never really maintain itself above 50 cents. It's been a little bit over 24 hours right now, where XRP has been over 50 cents, sitting at 57. So it broke through that 50 cent resistance line where it kept getting smacked back down. It's actually up 17% on the 24-hour, guys, and 28% on the 7-day. So XRP is rolling right now, and I think there's some news. I keep saying that this case is going to settle by the end of the month. I believe it's going to settle within the next couple of days. We're going to get something we're going to get something of a summary judgment really soon. Will the whole case settle? Probably not. But will we get some news from the judge that brings a little bit of clarity to what's going on? I think so. I think we're closer than what we were before. I think the Voyager case really helped XRP when the Voyager judge came out and basically said that, the government can't, they don't understand what's a security and what's a commodity. So how can you expect the traders to understand it? So I think that helped the XRP case. And I think we're closer to some sort of judgment. I don't think they'll be done in court by the end of the month, but I think the only thing that we need to look at when it comes to these summary judgments is whether or not XRP is deemed a security or commodity. Anything after that is completely irrelevant to trading. I see it dumping, laughing out loud. XXI, if we get a downturn in this market, everything's going to go down. Close your eyes. Close your eye. You won't see it. Close your eyes. You won't see it. That's a good one. I like that one, Crypto Priest. Ken, I think it might draw. I think it might draw back to excess. It may. When you look at a market like this, Bitcoin's running 28. Why is Bitcoin running? Well, Bitcoin's running because of the banking situation, right? Everybody's running to safety. It used to be gold that everybody was running to safety too. Now it's up. Now it's Bitcoin, a little bit of gold, and money market accounts. Why money market accounts? Well, because in 2008 they came out with a law where money market accounts were back 1-to-1. So you have the brokers in the middle, which are backing your investments, and backing your money. So a lot of big money is running to money market accounts, Bitcoin, gold a little bit. When you start to hear the words of recession, people start to run for safety, right? And gold used to be that place where everybody ran. Now you have Bitcoin, and now you have money market accounts to run to. So you keep seeing this go up. And Biden came out yesterday, and he said that he doesn't think that we're done with this banking fiasco, which I think scared people a little bit because they thought we were closer to the end than we were the beginning. but he made a statement yesterday saying that he didn't think the banking crisis was done. So I think that's got people running back to Bitcoin, and running back to gold, and obviously running back to their money market accounts. So I think that's why you're seeing a little bit of a run here, but we'll take it. We'll take that. Oh hell, oh hell! If I close my eyes, I see a lot of shit, a lot of shit dumping. Yeah, as we dream, XXI, when we close our eyes, I dream of a lot of shit dumping too. It just doesn't seem to be dumping. we got we gotta understand the market is off. Yeah. And I've been saying this for a while, XXI, and you've been hearing me. Like this market has priced in rate cuts at the second half of 2023. And the Fed has come out and said that they're not cutting rates in 2023. So at the end of the day, somebody's going to be right and somebody's going to be wrong. My bet is on the Feds being right and the market being wrong. And when the market realizes that the Feds are not going to cut rates, I think you're going to see, I think you'll see the markets have to react to that, because right now they have in the stock market is priced in rate cuts for 2023. And every poll that has come out, when they talk to the stock traders, they keep saying that there's going to be rate cuts in 2023. And the Fed keeps trying to tell these fools that he's not cutting rates in 2023. And they just seem to think he's lying. XXI is always sees everything dumping. Hey, I don't blame him, man. Like, I look at it and I don't think the market's gonna hold long term in 2023 where it's at. I keep saying I think we're gonna have one more dump in the cryptocurrency market, and then we're gonna start that slow rise to the top, and we're gonna get into a bull run. And that's why I keep telling people, money, cash is a position, guys. And when this market dumps, I think you got one more dump in you, and you better be ready to buy. Because at that point, after that, you're just buying on the way up. Shiba is holding strong. What token is that, Crypto Priest? Shido. I don't know what that one is. We'll have to look into that one. BNB is that the ticker right there? BNB was at the 180 not long ago. It was 180. I was scooping it up. Let's see, what else do we have going on in here? 11 my eyes at Doc. No, I just see the truth. XXI bad. Like, your numbers say what they say. And I don't disagree. I disagree with how low you think it's going to go, but I don't think that you're wrong in saying that there's a dump coming. But we're going to see, eventually we're going to figure it all out, because eventually we're going to get to that point of no return where the market's going to realize that the Fed's not playing, and they're going to have to start pricing in some new projections. And we're going to see how far the market goes down. When you expect something doesn't affect you as much. Yeah, when you expect things, you're ready for them, right? And when you expect them, you're ready for them. You're preparing for them, and you're ready to roll. So, hey, Daniel, hope 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 I'm wrong. So everyone can be can be millionaires. XXI, we're gonna be millionaires when we buy on this next dump. When we buy on this next dump, that's when we're going to be. Nobody's looking to be. If you think that the bull run's going to start in 2023 and everybody's going to, cash out on these cryptos in 2023, it's not going to happen. You're not getting a bull run in 2023. There's too much going on. Do you reckon once? Do you reckon once Hong Kong opens for I think when Hong Kong and Japan and all the rest of them guys open up for trading, I think you're going to see a big pump. But you got to remember there's a lot of people looking to sell on top of that pump. And I think that's what's going to happen. And 2023 is not going to be a great year for stocks or crypto. BNB and ETH. I'll check it out, Crypto Priest. I'll check it out. Not 2023. Yeah, I think 2023 is an accumulation year. We've talked about that. And I think that this thing is that this is where you if you're buying in 2023, you'll love yourself in 2024. That's MMAI all are under 10 million market cap. Yeah, them low cap gems. You got you got to have a certain amount of your portfolio in them low cap gems. And so I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check that one out. I agree with you there. Agree with you, Doc. People definitely switch things up. They catch. People do switch. I mean, the market makes you switch things up as well. You hear about Safe Moon burn wallet. Safe Moon's still around, Doc? I thought that they were gone. Yes, Safe Moon LP got compromised. Did it really get compromised though? There's been a lot of stuff going on. There's been stuff going on with Safe Moon for a long time. I'm DCA. I'm DCA all year. Me too. I'm at a DCA. I've been DCAing all year. I have been sitting on the sidelines though. I really haven't been buying a lot of crypto lately. Like I tell you guys what I'm buying and when I'm buying it. I really haven't been buying a lot just because of some of the stuff that's going on. And I do think that we're in for that big market dump. We're in for a dump here pretty soon. But I am also taking some profits on the way up as well. I have a couple short-term bags in some of these blue chips that we bought cheap that I'll be looking to snipe some off the top and looking to reinvest in different things. So I have been taking some off the top. Like you guys know, I took some off the top of Polygon when it was up in that 150 range, somewhere up in there. I took some off the top of there. I have not touched my XRP. I have not sold one XRP that I've been buying over the last 24 months. I have not touched it. I have taken some profits off of Ethereum, and I have taken some profits off of my Bitcoin. If Bitcoin continues to roll up today, I'll take a little bit more off the top of that. I did sell out of my Solana position a long time ago. But that was before the whole craziness. So I did take some profits off of my SHIB as well. You guys know that we talked about that. I took some profits off of my SHIB, put it into Bone, so I kept it in the ecosystem. I sold out of my Crow before it dumped, and then I bought back in at 5 cents, and I haven't bought back in since. So I've been sniping some profits off the top of these blue chips, but not. I haven't been selling out of a position. Daniel, did you ever jump into Stratos? It was on my list, and I never jumped into it, XXI, because I wasn't buying at the time. The market itself I just wanted to kick back in the market. The market was so up and down and bipolar and crazy that I just didn't want to. I wasn't looking to invest in new stuff. Like, I miss Stratos, I miss Hex, I missed a lot. So, but at the same time, I still have a nice cash position to come in at the next dump. My whole family subscribed to your channel. Man, thank you, Crypto Priest, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate I appreciate every single subscriber that we have. I appreciate all your family. Man, I appreciate it, brother. Let's go ahead and get a picture of where we're at. Looks like on the overnight was a lot of green. A lot of the alts were running on the overnight. Well, I don't know where Elmo is, but Hex is up 13.6% on the day chart. So Elmo's nice, making money. I missed that play. We could have bought Hex. We could have bought Hex at 1 cent, and we talked about it on here. And I never pulled the buy button. I never hit the buy button, and it's up to 8 cents right now. And I never hit that buy button. I'm not mad about it, but it's one of the ones that, because we were kicking back and not buying, we missed that. We missed that one. The hourly chart starting to fill in a little bit red, a little bit redder, guys. Which means the good old American market's waking up, and we'll see if they stop the momentum from the overseas markets on the overnight, or if we can turn this thing around, keep this thing moving. Stratos is a game. Is a gem. Going crazy. It's on my list. I literally have a list that's sitting next to me that I'm just waiting for. I'm waiting for the next downturn, and then I'm ready to go in. So it's on the list. I did some research on it. I like it. I like what they're doing. But when the market was being so bipolar, I had to pull back a little bit. And I'm glad I did, because if I didn't, I would have lost. I would have lost a lot. Daniel, also check out what's that? Farm been stable all. All right, let me write that down. So damn, you guys bring me on stream today and give me 2 tokens to look at. Crypto Priest has got one for me to look at, and now XXI's got another one for me to look at. You guys want me to spend my money. Doc, you hear this? They want me to spend my money. They got me looking into these tokens. They got me looking into these tokens, Doc. They're trying to get me to spend my money. But yeah, so the American markets are coming open. and we see a little bit more red filling into the chart. But we see this a lot on this channel, but we usually sometimes we get a turn, right? So um, we'll monitor that throughout the morning. But I wanted to kind of go over some of these stuff that I was reading between last night and today. The Ripple CTO proposes regulatory face off. I thought that this was kind of funny that the Ripple CTO basically came out in a tweet, and their tweets get a lot of retweets and a lot of eyes on them. And he basically told in this tweet told the SEC and the Commodities Commission to go ahead and square off with each other, figure out whether crypto was a security or a commodity, and then start to regulate it. But he wants them guys to face off in a debate to figure out whether crypto is a security or a commodity. I thought that was pretty funny because everybody has been saying the same thing, and for him just to put it out there like that, I thought that was pretty funny. Laughing out loud. I got more gems. I know you do, XXI. You got more gems, but you got to remember, like only a certain percent of my portfolio I put in cryptos with certain market caps, right? So I'm diverse, right? I have a certain percent of my portfolio I put in blue chips, a certain percent I have in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB, a certain percent I have in altcoins, and a certain percent I have in ISO coins, and a certain percent that I have in lower market cap coins. And I keep that portfolio pretty consistent. FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried charged you guys. We talked about this a little bit, but $40 million he sent over to officials in China for bribing them and letting him in. 40 million, man, in crypto. He sent it in crypto. So if you think that the corruption isn't real, the corruption is real. And I'm starting to believe more and more as this FTX situation starts to unfold that there's no way in hell that these countries and these governments didn't know what was going on. But with Sam and FTX, but I think when he finally got caught out there, now everybody's leaving him out to dry. All these leaders of these countries are just leaving him out to dry. But there's no way in hell that he's moving $40 million to an official in China, and China doesn't know what's going on with FTX. There's no way in hell that he's spending this much political donations to the political people in the United States, and they don't know what's going on with FTX. This just is not starting. The more and more news that comes out, and the more and more things that they charge him with, the more and more you got to take a step back and go, there's no way in hell that these guys didn't know what was going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same here. Yeah. I mean, you got to be diverse, man, in your portfolio. But there's no way in hell that the more and more charges that Sam gets, that you can't say that these officials didn't know what was going on. I'm just not buying that. I just think that they're all running for safety right now, and Sam's going to be the guy left holding the bag. But yet, at the same time, I don't feel sorry for Sam either, because when you play in a dirty game, you can't expect the dirty players to come and bail you out either. Like you're not, when you're playing in an illegal, dirty game, you can't expect the people that are illegal and dirty with you to stand up and say, yeah, I'm dirty. You got caught out there, and you're going to pay the price for it. But at the same time, reality says, they knew what was up. Here's an article I suggest everybody reads, because I think it lays out a clear path of where the United States and a lot of these other countries will be if they don't get on the boat. The World Bank warns of a lost decade without virtual policy changes. And when they talk about virtual policy changes in the World Bank in this article, they're talking about cryptocurrency policies, CBDCs, and they're talking about the way that money moves, right? Basically, the way the money moves. And what they're saying is the people that don't get on this new technology and start to move money in a way that makes sense in a virtual environment, and they don't change their policies, they're going to lose a whole decade of people. They're going to be a decade behind the countries that do this. And I couldn't agree with them more. And I think right now the United States and a lot of other countries are setting themselves up to be a decade behind because they're not embracing the technology that's here. They're not looking at this new technology as being an advantage to the current system. They're looking at it more as a detriment to the current system. And the people that are going to be ahead are the people that are taking the opportunity to look at blockchain technology as an opportunity to grow and get better. That's who's going to win this race. And right now we're setting ourselves up to be a decade behind. Brian, good morning, brother. Good morning. I hope you're doing well this morning. We don't need unformulated crypto collaborations. So, oh man, this chat just jumped on me. Some countries will give better. Some countries are just going to be ahead of us, Dr. Rob, and it's setting itself up that way right now. We're going to get beat. We're getting beat right now. These countries that aren't embracing this technology, they're getting beat. They're going to leave everybody else behind. Dr. Rob, Ryan. What's good? What's good? What's good, billionaire? Billionaire Brian. Billionaire Brian. Is that Brian's new nickname? Billionaire Brian. What's up, Ken? I'm gonna start calling him Billionaire Brian too. I like that nickname. Laughing out loud. Just woke up. You just get up, man. We've been up grinding. Good. Good morning. Good morning. Biden and government out of touch. They are out of touch, and they need to get on with this technology because the World Bank, like when they don't speak a lot, right? They don't speak a lot. You don't see a lot of articles out about that comes from the World Bank. They're usually pretty quiet in what's going on. But when they're telling you that without these new virtual policies, you're going to be a decade behind, you got to tend to listen because they're controlling a lot of this wealth. Whole market looking good. Brian, man, the whole market is up. You're right. The whole market is up. It is looking good. It is looking phenomenal this morning. Hey, Brian, I just hope it sticks, Brian. I hope it sticks throughout the day. You might need to end early, Daniel, or have some hot tea. Yeah, my voice is cracking. It's because work has had me on the phone since 4:30 this morning. So I've been grinding since then. So imagine trying to explain explain crypto to Biden. Man, Biden can't even ride a bike. Like that's why we were cracking on Dr. Rob yesterday, because he said he was going out to ride a bike, and I didn't want him to do a Biden. See, banking crisis is right here. Biden saying the banking crisis is not over yet. You know, he came out yesterday. He made the statement that the banking crisis is not over yet. So, you know, when you got the president of the United States saying that the crisis isn't over yet, like, you have to expect some downturn too. You got to expect some. You got to expect more banks to go down. He knows the insiders know a little bit more than what we know. So, you know, he knows what's going on. And I'm pretty sure he's got people that are waking him up, telling him, yo, banking crisis isn't over yet. We need to print some more money. Not loud facts, Ken. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's got people waking him up saying, look, you got to turn the printers on, man, because there's going to be more banks to fall. That's great. That's great. That's great exercise, Doc. It is. Riding a bike is an amazing exercise. That's why BTC is gaining. Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. Because of the statement yesterday that Biden put out, I believe that's why BTC took off again, because people are moving their money again. You know, you notice when the people were thinking that the banks were stable, BTC was kind of losing a little bit of steam. But since yesterday, and he comes out with a statement, BTC starts to move again. People are moving their money. They're running to safety. I don't blame them. I'm actually keeping less and less money in the bank. But here's something to pay attention to as well. We talked a little bit about this before about China is moving away from using the U.S. dollar, and they're aligning themselves more and more. A lot of these countries are moving away from using the U.S. dollar for anything. China being one of them. Obviously Russia being one of them. And Saudi Arabia being one of them. And now you see this story where Saudi Arabia and China are going to team up to build an oil refinery for $12.2 billion. But when you dig down into this article, it's $12.2 billion worth of yen, which is China's currency, right? So before, a lot of this would have been taking place in U.S. dollars, right? And they're not using the U.S. dollar anymore. They're using the China yen to make this thing happen. So you see more and more people leaking their money out of the United States dollar, which is devaluing the United States dollar. And this is another reason. This is another reason that the dollar itself is in trouble. And when a dollar's in trouble, where are people going? They're going to gold, they're going to crypto, and they're going to their money market account. And when China starts to build with Saudi Arabia and they start to build oil refineries, well, guess what? Guess what's going to happen? They're going to quit buying their oil from the United States. Well, we all know what happens in the United States when it comes to oil. When oil goes down, it creates a lot of issues in the United States and around the world, and they tend to not react so positively about that. So keep your eye on that. And you had China meeting with Russia, and now you have Saudi Arabia teaming up with China. These alliances are starting to be built. Daniel, we definitely going to see you're definitely going to see more banks fall, or AKA we're going to see more banks fall. One of the issues is when these banks fall is we turn on the money printers and we want to play Captain Save a Ho. And the bottom line is, at the end of the day, we're gonna pay for that. The middle class gonna pay for that. 3 days a week. I need before hitting the gym. Okay, you going back to the gym, Rob? I got a gym. Selmo Fudd, Daniel Selmo, how are you, brother? Dr. Rob, Selmo, Ken, same here, Doc. Same here, Doc. Yeah, you guys, man, you got to take care of your bodies. We got to be around to spend this money. You know, we're all going to become millionaires. We got to be around to spend it. We got to take care of these bodies. Some people are going to lose their life savings if they keep it in dollars. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people are going to lose their life savings. A lot of people are going to lose a lot of money if they keep it in the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is falling, man, and it's becoming less and less powerful. And you see other countries refusing to use the U.S. dollar because it's I call it bastardized. The U.S. dollar is bastardized. The more and more they print, the less and less it's worth. And pretty soon, I encourage you guys to do some research. Go back and look at every mode of currency, right, that existed before what's currently here, and they all fell for the same reason. They overprinted the dollar or whatever that currency was, and it became worthless. It became worth nothing, and then it just folded. And the U.S. dollars is doing the same thing, forming their own bricks. Yeah, these guys are forming their own mega structure right now, and they're dancing right around the United States, you know, and this is what's going on. Nice, Ken. I'm further out, and not around sidewalks. So I can't ride to the gym. Damn, Rob, can't ride. You gotta get in the car, go to the gym. It's coming. You gotta get that body right. Summertime's coming, baby. You gotta have that beach body. What's good? I'm selling Selmo. What's good, Selmo? Damn, what just happened? There we go. I don't know what just happened to my chat, but there, I just got it back. Printing more money. Printing more money is kicking the can down the road. Printing more money is kicking the can down the road, devaluing the dollar and raising inflation. A lot of people, you know, when you really look back at the situation that we're in right now, you got to look back at how we got here, right? How did we get here? We got here because the Fed refused to raise rates when it should have. They waited too long, and now they're playing catch up. And the United States printed so much money during the COVID to bail everybody out that now your money's worthless. Yeah, I agree. So when you think about it, 2% on average is 2% inflation in the United States on the dollar, right? So tell me why you would put your money in a savings account and lose 2% on your money every year. So the longer you have your money sitting in a savings account, let's say you have your money sitting in a savings account for 2 years, right? The same money sitting in there for 2 years. You actually, if inflation just stays at 2%, you actually lost 4% of your money. Your money's worth 4% less. With the countries with their dollar tied Americans, with Americans cash, with it. What are you saying here? With the countries, with with their dollar tied to American cash, with it crash with it. Okay, I got you. Yeah, if the dollar crashes, everything that's attached to the dollar would crash. That's tied to the dollar, right? So when you look at it, um, if you're tied to the dollar and the dollar devalues by 5%, if you're tied to that, you've devalued by 5%. I believe so. I think that that's why a lot of countries are moving on. Yeah, a lot of countries are moving on and are getting away from the dollar, and they're moving to China's currency. A lot of them are moving to China's currency. That's the deal. No, these countries wouldn't draw down gold. Chat jumped again. They would sell. Yeah, they would sell, but they would sell at a loss. If the more and more the dollar goes down, these countries are losing. You got to understand that these countries are heavily invested in the United States, and a lot of them that are heavily invested in the United States are invested in your bonds, your stocks, your debt, and all that. What happens is, as inflation goes up, them bonds get devalued. That's what's going on with the banks right now. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. Is think about it from the perspective of a bank, right? And somebody has a mortgage. The bank owns that mortgage, and let's say that interest rate on that mortgage is at 2%, right? And now all of a sudden, interest rate's at 6%. The mortgage that you're holding on to for the next 15 to 30 years at 2%, you're actually holding on to that at a loss, right? Because you're only getting 2%, but yet inflation is at 6%, the interest rate's at 6%. So that's a net negative to the banks, right? So now you roll that down to bonds, right? And a lot of these countries come in and they buy these bonds and they buy these treasuries from the United States, right? Well, if you were buying a bond or a treasury, let's say China came in and they bought $40 million in treasuries from the United States at 10 years, and the interest rate was 5%. And now all of a sudden, that 10-year interest rate on that bond is now at 2%. You lost money, right? Well, no, it'd be the other way. So it's at 6%. So you lost money, right? So that's how these countries are coming in and they're investing in the United States. Is they're buying these long-term bonds and treasuries, and they're buying up the debt. They're buying up the United States debt, and as these interest rates change, they're losing a lot of cash. And then every time the United States goes to the printer and they turn the printer on and they devalue the dollar even more, these countries lose more and more of their money. So yeah, they're going to sell. They're going to sell at a loss, but they're going to sell. And what happens when China or Saudi Arabia or Japan, who holds a large portion of our debt, they want to get paid? Well, you don't have the money to pay them. So that's the problem. You're going to have to print that money to pay them. If Japan came over right now and said, we want to cash out everything that the United States owes us, the United States couldn't pay them. They couldn't pay China either. But they would pivot. I don't know. At that point, you become at some point you become bankrupt. Haiti is selling commodities for a lot more to to keep up because they run off the dollar. Yeah, they're running off the dollar, so they have to sell more, and just to maintain the level that they were at before. So that's the problem with the dollar, right? But I want you to think about that for a minute. If one of these countries like China decides to cash in on the United States debt, and they say, well, we want the money that you owe us, we couldn't pay them, and we couldn't pay Japan. So at that point, you got a choice to make. You either print that money and devalue more, or you're going bankrupt. And the United States going bankrupt. The United States has a chance to go bankrupt, and that's when you'll see the dollar really fold. Like, just let that sink in for a minute. Eddie T, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? Glad to see you this morning. But just let that sink in for a minute, and just think about that, and think about what that would do to the country. So, and when you think about the defense budget this year, the proposed defense budget going up $40 trillion, because they're gearing up for more war. What does that really mean? What does that really mean? Smash that like button. Thank you, Eddie T. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that if you really pay attention to, and you really dive into, and you really think about, you look at it, and it makes you take a step back and go, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Literally, one of these countries could bankrupt the United States if they want to cash in. We owe China much money. Selma, you want to see something crazy? We owe China a whole lot of money, but look at how much money we owe Japan. It's more. So just let all that sink in for a minute. But with that, guys, I got to get out of here. My phone's blowing up. My voice is cracking. My job is on me, and I guess they want me to start doing my real job today. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let you guys go. But I will tell you, Dr. Rob, Dr. Crypto, he's got a Twitter space today between 11 and 11:30. Going to be talking everything MMAI. I believe Awesome will be there as well. So we don't know what will be dropped in there when they start going at it. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you tune in to there. And make sure, at 11:30 that we're locked into that. Awesome goes live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever's dropped on Dr. Rob's space, we'll roll it on over to Awesome space at 1 o'clock. Let's go. Let's go, Rob. Yeah. Rob's gonna put it down so far. Today. And then Austin will follow it up at 1 p.m. Dr. Rob's at 11:30. We're gonna put it down over there today. And then I think Wadi is at 7 p.m. tonight. Make sure you tune into Wadi at 7 p.m. tonight. Ken says 11:30. Yeah, I think it's scheduled for 11:30. It is 11:30. Well, Dr. Rob always starts early, so I always say between 11 and 11:30 because you got to get there a little bit early for the music. You got to get there a little bit early for the music and for the entertainment. It is on Twitter, guys. It is a Twitter space. You talking about XRP, Dr. Rob, man. We going some old man. You missed the XRP conversation we had earlier, but we talk about whatever you want to talk about. Come up and grab the mic. Yeah, so make sure we're tuned in there, guys. Make sure we're locked in. Make sure we're keeping our feet on the ground. Make sure that we know what's going on in these markets. These markets look really good today. They look like they're sticking. The whole key was, would they turn as the American market started to wake up? It doesn't. It looks like the American markets are going to hold what the overseas markets did early on this morning. They look like they're going to hold it. So that's a good sign for cryptocurrency today. And we'll take that. We'll take that today. The markets look really good. And in these good markets like this, guys, make sure you're skimming a little bit off the top of these blue chips. If you're up, don't just let your money sit there, because eventually we will get that dip. And if you're skimming a little bit off the top, it gives you the ability to double that up on that dip. And I'm not saying sell your position. Do not sell your position in these blue chips, but take a little profit. Don't be scared to take a little profit, man. That's Thursday. That's Thursday. Tomorrow's space. We'll chop it up. Yeah, Thursday night, me and Waddy have a space too at 7 p.m. We'll chop it all up about general crypto. Selma we'll chop it all up about general crypto, anything and everything crypto. We are in there. We are talking about it. We are doing having that conversation, bringing people, anybody who wants to come up and have a conversation. We're going to talk about anything and everything crypto. Great spaces, wide open conversation. We bring up a couple topics, and then whoever we just roll from there. So they're great spaces. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm at 6:30 on Tuesdays. Waddy's at 7 on Thursdays, and we chop it up. But make sure we're locked in today at 11:30 to Dr. Rob, though. Let's get these latest updates. Let's get this latest news. But be safe. Don't be scared to take a little bit of profit, guys. Regardless of what people say, don't be scared to take a little bit of profit. It's your money. You can always buy back in on the dip, but you don't have money until you have money. It looks good sitting in your wallet, but until you actually have it, you don't actually have it. So don't be scared to skim a little bit of profit off the top, guys. So with that, I'm out. I'll see you guys 11:30 today on the Twitter space. Man, you guys have a great day. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Go ahead and like this live, share this thing out, man. Get people to sub. We are working our way up to this 1,000 subscriber mark. Make sure you're streaming the videos. Make sure you're watching the videos. Put them playlists on. Go ahead and let them play in the background. Let's get them watch hours up. Let's give away this $750. When this channel gets monetized by April 15th, we're gonna give $250 away to 3 lucky winners. Gotta be subscribers to get that. So make sure everybody's subscribed. Make sure you're pushing that out there. Make sure that on Twitter there's tweets going around about it. Make sure you're retweeting that. Make sure you're letting everybody know. And let's go ahead. Let's do this thing, man. Let's get this channel monetized by April 15th. Let's make this thing happen. And let's go ahead and show the support for the family that we have, and the MMAI family, and our family here. And let's do this. And with that, I'm out. You guys have a great day.